everyone, and greetings from Kirchenwald and Nowaqua, the two camps of the Lutheran Camping Corporation, serving congregations in the geography of the Lutheran Lower Susquehanna Synod and the United Church of Christ's Penn Central Conference. My name's Zach Weiss. I'm the Associate Executive Director of the Camping Corporation, and I direct the program at the Kirchenwald location. If you're not familiar with Kirchenwald and Nowaqua, you probably have a lot of questions. In a lot of ways, Kirchenwald and Nowaqua are similar to Hartman Center. We aim to bring people into community with one another and with God. We spend our time celebrating creation by living and playing with it, encouraging lives of faithful stewardship. And our mission is to strengthen the church as a whole. But I've also learned that we do some things differently from what you might have known in the past. So join me on a tour of Kirchenwald and Nowaqua to see more what camp will be like this summer and beyond. Let's start here at one of the cabins. This is where you might stay for a week at Kirchenwald. Or here at Nowaqua. But depending on what program you sign up for, you could also stay in an Adirondack shelter, or a treehouse, or the hammock hideaway, or the fort. But chances are you won't be doing much except sleeping in these places, because during the day, we're busy doing fun stuff all over camp. We're really fortunate to have two beautiful camps tucked into the woods here with lots of opportunity for recreation. But like I always share with our summer staff, camp at Kirchenwald and Nowaqua is more than just rock climbing and kayaking and horseback riding and games of gaga. Those are just the fun bonuses that we get to do on top of being a place of ministry, where faith is nurtured in a positive and encouraging community.
The thing that makes Kirchenwald and Nowaqua so special is that we work to nurture the whole person. We focus on being active, we focus on eating well, we focus on being a model citizen. We work together in groups and teams. We connect with God through our worship and our Bible study, while also connecting with God through being out in nature and immersing ourselves in it.
Camp is an amazing opportunity. It is an amazingly safe space for kids and for staff to be.
I feel comfortable as a parent sending my kids to that camp because I know that the counselors are prepared to keep my kids safe.
It is a safe space for them to be and to live in community with other campers and other staff members, and it is a safe space for them to be exactly who they are.
They're in the best of care. They're going to have the most fun that they can expect to have, and that they are going to be taken care of like they're at family, like they're with family.
They are going to be uplifted, they are going to be celebrated for the people that they are. They're going to be given new opportunities to try things that they may have never tried before, and they're going to be in a place where all of those things are celebrated, and they're going to be done that surrounded by campers and surrounded by staff who just love them so much.
Activities are all about building groups, encouraging people's self-esteem, showing them God's love and God's work in the world. It's all about having fun and learning without realizing you are learning.
Camp offers the opportunity for them to have independence and do things that they might not do otherwise. It pushes them to do things, experience things, make decisions, be away from home without parents for the week, sleep in the woods.
We live together. for a week in Christian community, and that's a lesson that's invaluable, and it's kind of hard to describe, and it changes people for the better.
Camp plays such a huge role in nurturing the faith of the next generation. I would not be a pastor if it weren't for camp. That's where I felt my call to ministry. That's where other people told me for the first time that I have gifts for ministry. So I certainly wouldn't be a pastor if not for camp.
I have found that participation of youth in outdoor ministry has absolutely been a help and a real benefit to every congregation the kids come from.
One of the things, just structurally, that it teaches is that Bible study can happen anywhere. It doesn't have to be, on a particular night at a particular place. It can happen wherever you are.
So the Bible studies are not sitting around a table in church and getting a lesson. It's when they're outside playing a game, and then they sit and talk about it and discuss it.
Things overlap. So our Bible study often turns into something where we are exploring God's creation while we're reading passages from Scripture, or we're going out and playing a game and we're learning about how the ways that we interact with one another really connect to Scripture and connect to the message that God has for our lives.
These are the kinds of things you can expect participating in camp at Kirchenwald in Nowakwa this summer. But I know what you're asking yourself. This summer isn't like every other summer. How are things going to look in light of the coronavirus? Well, over the past number of months, the Camping Corporation has been working with the Pennsylvania Department of Health, the American Camp Association, and our own COVID task force to create policies and operating procedures to make camp as safe as possible for everyone.
Camp is in a good position facing this summer. We already do most of our activities outside in the fresh air. Campers are in small groups, pods that don't really interact with one another throughout the day. There's no interaction with the outside world.
This summer, we're building on that foundation with enhanced practices to address the challenges of COVID.
There will be daily screening of campers and staff. There will be more sanitation stations to assure hand washing techniques. There will be use of personal protective equipment. There will be a health management team on site in case there would be any symptoms or concerns about COVID exposure. All of our policies have been reviewed, and we have made sure that we are following current best practice for COVID management at camp this summer for the protection of our campers and our staff.
If you have an opportunity to participate in Camp Nowakwa or Kirchenwald, do it.
If you're not sending your kids to camp, you need to.
It is a huge investment for your child. It gives them so many opportunities, so many feelings of feeling good about themselves, about their place in the world, and their place with God.
They've built this community that's grounded in mutual love and respect and welcoming.
Christ is centered in everything that they do.
And it just reinforces your faith and your faith in mankind.
I'm so excited to be back at camp. It is an amazing place.
It kind of feels like home.
I think my favorite thing about camp is everyone's included. No matter what your background, no matter what your personality.
And once they leave camp, they are prepared to go out into the world and share that love with everyone that they meet.
You are the light and life of God in this world, so go out, share that with your friends and family, and be that light in the world.
Any day at camp is a great day, rain or shine, so come on, come to camp.